The first 3 years we were with a company called Trident, right, who was a management record company, the lot, and we were very badly handled. Well, not badly handled. No, we were
badly handled.
So basically we got out of that one, right, by re-signing with a guy called Reid. We signed with him for 3 years, right, which basically comes up, which finishes in about September next year. And what we're looking at that point in time is basically to just look after ourselves and, and do it completely on our own.
Yeah, things went very well with John Reid in the beginning, but it started to wear a little thin after a while. John, as very often happened, I think John related more to Freddie than the rest of us, and his organisation as a whole tended to kind of centre themselves around Freddie, which is a rather divisive thing.
He was put under terrific pressure by his other artist, Elton John, who naturally felt we were being very successful. And I think Elton felt a bit threatened by the other client. We weren't the only ones, but we were the ones that were really doing very well. Elton was absolutely massive at the time. So I think we came to the conclusion that mutually it would be a good idea to split.
Jim Beach came to me and said, look, the band are not unhappy with what you've done. You've done a good job. The contract's coming up. Going forward, they think they would like to manage themselves. And I thought that was a very nice way to tell me, and it was the correct way to tell me. And I've never had any difficulty with them at all. It's been one of the gentlest parting of the ways of anybody I've ever worked with.
We signed the severance contract in Roger's garden down in Surrey. Roger had bought this huge, great mansion, which the rest of us were convinced he couldn't really afford, and had insisted that we recorded the promo video for We Will Rock You in his garden. It was a freezing cold day, and we were all there, and Freddie upstaged everybody by arriving in his brand new roller, which we also felt he couldn't probably afford. Freddie insisted that we sign the contracts, all of us together, in the back of his roller, because this was the first rolls he'd ever owned.
And Freddie was not sober in a minute.
One vocal.
No, he's late on that.
Yes, he...
Late on that.
It's difficult because you can't count it.
Well,
we're not taking down.
Yeah, it doesn't. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Could you ask Freddie to make sure that he thinks about his sync, because he goes well off.
Oh yes, I love it. There you are.
I think he threw up in the rhododendrons.